supporter of my party and voted against the bill, for a couple of reasons. One, my background was in higher education. And the gun issue to me is an issue of access. And if you've ever been to a tailgating party at the University of Iowa on football days, that bill would have allowed guns locked in cars in public parking lots. I don't think it's a good idea to have legalized locked guns in parking lots and cars tailgate days at the University of Iowa. Also, I've got 13 grandchildren. Jen and I have 13 grandchildren, many of which go to school here in Bettendorf and Pleasant Valley School District. I don't really want to increase access to guns in the public school arena. And having been an administrator at the community college, I don't think it's a good idea to allow students access to guns in their cars if today they get an F or they're flunk out of school. They might not normally do anything with it, but in the spur of the moment, they might. And so I oppose that
bill. I first saw this piece of legislation in Committee on Public Safety. And I did ultimately vote for the legislation. I want to bring a couple points of clarity. Guns are not permitted in parking lots of schools to be stored in vehicles during the day. If a licensed and legal carrying gun owner is in the driveway of the school picking up their child, they can have their gun on their person. They can't so much as enter the sidewalk with that gun. They cannot enter a building with a gun, which quite frankly under federal law right now is possible. So this new legislation is tighter than the federal law. If we don't think that these legal activities have been taking place for a number of years, we're fooling ourselves. We've been potentially making criminals out of good law-abiding individuals by not bringing this legislation forward. Again, they are not permitted in parking lot storage in our school districts. They are not permitted on sidewalks. They're only permitted on the person in the vehicle, and they cannot leave the vehicle. There are extreme examples of many things, but I just want to be clear on that.
We can't forget that murder is illegal. Whether I use a gun, a knife, or actually a pillowcase. So murder is still illegal, and that has not changed.
However, ignoring the number of school shootings that this country has experienced is, none are so blind as those who will not see. What's happening in this country is staggering and unconscionable. And just because people are currently bringing guns into school parking lots doesn't mean we should legalize it. That's the level of encouragement. The things we can do are not the same as the things we should do. And good judgment would suggest that a gun at a school is a bad idea.